Now, the first of two key data points out here in the UK have been released, and it doesn't paint a particularly rosy picture for the UK economy. We're awaiting the inflation data out tomorrow, which is going to be key for the Bank of England. But if you look at today's data out on the jobs numbers, it might suggest the bank might be a little bit reticent to raise interest rates again, but they might have to because of the data we're getting out tomorrow. Unemployment rate unexpectedly rose in June across the UK economy to 4.2%. Economists had been expecting the rate to remain at 4%. Unemployment in the UK is back to levels not seen since October 2021. Of course, it comes as a discount homewares retailer Wilko goes into administration with a loss of 12,500 jobs recently. Average hourly earnings, including bonus growth, accelerated, though, in June to 8.2%. Now, after the GDP figures reported last week, better than expected, the consensus is firmly in the camp of more interest rate rises. But whether or not 50 basis points is back on the table, or the Bank of England might communicate a less aggressive stance moving forward, is down to the consumer price inflation figures, which are due out tomorrow. Just a quick look at what's happening with sterling. This is the daily chart. I just want to show you about 40 minutes after the release of the data that we've seen there. And we've seen sterling lift off since the release of the jobs data. How much of that is to do with the numbers and how much of it is due with the fact perhaps maybe it's not gone down as much as many had been expecting? I'm not entirely sure, but certainly that has been the reaction out of the data. Where do we go from here? It's all down to tomorrow's data on consumer price inflation, producer price inflation, and retail price inflation, which will get out this time tomorrow. Sterling currently up against the US dollar at 127.11. Against the euro, which is another area of interest. This is the euro traded first against sterling. The euro is down against that stronger sterling, but this rising line of support still being held here at 85.9 pence.